Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I use the Draggable add-on on PearDeck. This is one that I absolutely love besides the draw add-on. So in another video, I will talk about the draw add-on and how versatile that is. The Draggable add-on is also very, very versatile. So it is the replacement of the choice add-on. So with the choice add-on, you're limited to just one question and one answer choice at a time. But with the Draggable add-on, you can have multiple questions on one single slide with multiple answer choices that are possible. So let me show you how I use Draggable for my questions. Okay, so let's say you start with a blank canvas here. Let's say you come across some questions that you really like from quizzes, and you say you just want to use that one question and put it in your lesson as one practice question, right? So I'm just going to use this one right here. So you see the question and you see the answers here, and I'm pretty sure it's checkbox, so there are multiple correct answers. So I'm gonna first right click on the image, and I'm gonna copy the image, and I'm gonna go back to my slide, and I'm just gonna paste that image in. You can do Control V, and it will throw it on there. You can resize it if you want. I mean, it's not necessary here because it's not very, it doesn't get in the way of anything. So I'm going to keep it like that. I like to make it large so my students can read. Then I go back to my quizzes question again, and I'm just going to snip these answer choices out of there. Okay, I can't copy and paste, so I'm going to select this, right? And Control C, copy that and throw it right directly on my slide. Okay, just like that, and put it right there, and maybe make it a little bit larger, right? Make it a little larger. And then of course I'm gonna put in the questions, right? So let's see if quizzes has a question. It says select true statements. Okay, so I'm probably gonna elaborate a little bit more on that. So I'm gonna go select my Control C, my direction text box, and I put it here, and I'm gonna say, I don't know, select all true statement about the angles. Okay, so select all true statements about the angles. Okay, for the given angles. Let's just say that for the given angles. Okay, so that's my direction, and it's a little too large or too big, I think, because my little draggable icons are going to be in the way, and I'm going to show you what I mean in just a minute. So I'm going to make this direction a little bit smaller so this text box is not in the way. Okay, so make it all nice and neat right there. So they read direction. They're going to look at all these answer choices. Maybe I'll make it a little bit larger. Make it a little bit larger and drag it down a little bit, because the draggable icons are going to appear right up here. So I don't want anything to be in the way. Okay. So once you get your page set up, now I'm gonna so before I do this, I know how many questions, how many answers there are gonna be. But if you're not sure, you can click show answer here, and you know these are the correct answers, right? So there are gonna be two icons that are correct. Now you can give your students two icons to drag, or you can give them more, but I usually give them the same number of icons as there are correct answers, right? That way they don't, there's less confusion going on, right? That was the wrong one. So anyway, so you're ready to do the draggable. So you go to PearDeck. Right, make sure that icon is there in your slide. That means you have installed it, and this will appear. And then what you want to do is click on the draggable icon. The draggable will allow you to customize. It is one of the few that allows you to customize. So here you can have multiple symbols to choose from. So because my question has little circles, so I'm going to pick the dot to match my circle choices, right? And I'm going to resize this to make it smaller so that when they drag it, it lies on top of the circles perfectly. And there are two correct answers. So I'm going to, you can also change color here. I'm going to change it to green, and then I'm going to add another dot because there is another correct answer, and that color is fine. The same size dot is fine. So I'm going to hit update slide. And now when my student goes to get to this slide, or when I get to this slide, my students will see the questions, and they have those little draggable icon option for them to drag to the correct answer. And as I go through this question, I will tell them there are two correct answers here and you need to find them. Okay. But it's up to you how you want to deal with that. So draggable icon is very versatile. Okay. It allows you to do multiple answer selections instead versus the choice add-on where you only have one answer choice to pick from. Um, Another use that I use for Draggable is when I do brain breaks. Okay, brain break is a quick, few seconds add-on where you get the students to pick one or two choices, right? So for this one, it's a would you rather brain break. Okay, would you rather be rich or be smart? And then student will drag the icon. So they would only have two choices. So if I click on Draggable, I select the hand thumbs up icon, right? And it's green and it's right here. So you can customize it. Just click on Draggable and then you'll be able to re-customize if you want to change something, right? Um, And then I'll show you another example. You can use it as a multiple choice also, but you don't have to get fixed on A, B, C, D. You like for this, for example, this question it says, okay, here's a absolute value inequality. Determine the number of solutions. So students will be working out, and I would put a draggable question on there, and I will put four symbols for them to pick from. Is it going to be all real? Is it one solution, two solution, or is it no solution? So I put these symbols there and I give them a little thumb thingy. You can change color. If you don't like the yellow color, you can change it to this color, which is a lot nicer to look at, and then hit update. And then when they get to here, they work out the problem and then they can pick their solution. Okay. And when here's a nice thing, the draggable icon will allow you to see all of the answer choice at the same time. When you are in your teacher presentation screen, and then you can sort of look and see where most of the answers are going to fall into, and then you can go and individually correct those students who didn't put it in the right space, right? All right. So that's the least functional use of draggable is when you have one question and one answer choice. um, I usually use Draggable for multiple questions, multiple answer choice, right? So, for example, like this one right here, I have four different questions and I have two answer choices. They will select discrete or continuous, but I have four, at least I have four different questions on one slide. So I can do multiple questions instead of using multiple slides. So I go to Draggable, and of course, I'm going to select my little circle or my dot, and I'm going to resize this dot so that it matches the answer choices, right? And I have four questions. That means there are four correct answer choices. So I'm going to have four dots. So I'm going to keep adding, adding, and adding. And if you don't like those colors, you can change them up a little bit. Like this one, I probably like this color better. I don't know, but that's how you do this, right? And just resize it a little bit more so that when they get to here, they can drag, and you then the number of dots matches the number of questions so that they know they have to answer all the questions. Update, I think you can have up to five questions at a time, or five little symbols. Okay, so update. So that's another way to do it. Same thing with multiple answers. So here is another example where you have four different graphs. And I took this question directly out of IXL, right? Where they're doing vertical line test to see which graph represents a function. And this obviously has three correct answers. So you want to create a draggable with three correct, three symbols so that the students know to look for three correct answers. Or you can put more symbols if you want. So it's up to you how you want to do it. I think I'm gonna do star. I'm gonna do star for function. I'm gonna choose green. Add another one. I'm gonna choose that one. Add another one. Maybe no. I'm gonna choose different color. I'm gonna choose something contrasting, right? Something contrasting. Orange. There you go. And then you can make it smaller if you want, so that the kids can place those stars where the answers are. Okay. So hit update slide. and you're good to go. So it's actually pretty fast. It just depends on what kind of question you have, right? You could create your own text box and just ask a random question and put multiple choices in there and have multiple correct answers and have them do the draggable. So play with it. This is one of my favorite and most used often used add-on, right? Because of the versatility that it has. But anyway, I hope you guys at least give this a try and play with it and let us know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.